I think it was Beth Mead who actually said it. She said, you know, you don't actually understand what this is like until you've been through it. Yeah. And I could not agree with her more on that.
I mean, she's very, very open about the situation and how dark it is. And I'm keen to know if you're working with Arsenal or if Arsenal are really pushing this, because it became, it's not funny, but it became ACLFC for a while, because there were so many of their starting players that ruptured their ACLs and were out for quite a period of time, to the point they said they almost had like that physio room with so many of the players all going through it together, which in a way helped them. But surely that's a case study.
So the interesting thing is we seem to get these clusters in clubs. And actually, if you look this season, you've had them at Everton, and obviously you've had it at Chelsea as well. Yeah. Now, the question is why is that happening? And at the moment, we don't know why it's happening in clusters. But of course, we've got Project ACL that is looking at the WSL. Right. Now, that's a collaboration between Leeds Beckett University, FIFPro, the PFA, and Nike. And they are going to look at everything surrounding that kind of female pro athlete. Because remember, there's been a rapid rise in professionalisation over the last few years. So it's important to what's going on in the background. What's the recovery time like? What's the travel like? What happens when we prepare them for games? So there's all these sorts of questions that probably need to be answered. And there was a study last year done in Germany, and basically they found that there was a cluster of ACLs around about 15 minutes. So why were these players tearing their ACL in games around about 15 minutes?
No way.
Yeah, so it's one study, it's only in Germany, so we have to be careful kind of saying that's everywhere.
Yeah, but still quite interesting.
15 minutes, and you know, the questions are, where is it a preparation thing? Or is it a cumulative fatigue thing? Have they been doing lots and then they've come into the game and they're tearing in 50 minutes, which they shouldn't be fatigued at that point. And what we know from the UEFA club study, which was 2018 to 2022, that basically showed us that kind of female athletes, clubs should expect 0.7 ACLs per club per year. Wow. Less than one. So that, if I won't go into Chelsea or Everton this year and say, hey, you should expect less than one, they're probably going to boot me right out of the room. So the question is why are we getting the clusters? And the thing is, at the moment, we don't know.